Hello, friends. Welcome to episode number 93 on Saturday, January 8th. I am your host. This is the Trevor Ohlsen Show. Forgot that part in the beginning. Good to be here. How are you? Happy Saturday. It is noon. It's lunchtime here. Are you having some Lunchables? Some crackers? Huh? Some little animal crackers dipped in some bullshit red sauce. What is a Lunchable? I can't remember. Like little fake pieces of meat you dip in fake red sauce with fake bread, something like that. Lunchables. I remember elementary school lunch was a thing. It was like you almost, especially if you brought cold lunch. You know, if you brought cold lunch, it was almost like a thing. It was a competition of sorts. Like whose mom is going to pack their better lunch. And I remember this kid who I'm friends with. We're kind of acquaintances, but I'm still friends with. He rolled up one day with some fucking like whiz jizz cheese. I don't not jizz cheese, but like whiz cheese stuff you shoot out. Again, not real cheese. I don't know what that shit is. It looks like toothpaste. Toothpaste cheese. Any food that comes out of a can looking like toothpaste, you got to question it. That's my initial gut reaction. It doesn't feel right. It doesn't feel right. Like in Sweden, you can eat like fish stuff that comes out of a tube, like a metal tube. First off, it's metallic. You're eating lead. That's my guess. No evidence or data to look into it that I've done. No research, zero research. But there's lead in that fake fish. And yeah, you can have, what is it? I think it's called fish paste or something like that. Who the fuck wants to eat fish paste? Yeah, anything that's coming out apart from toothpaste. You know, you can eat toothpaste. You don't want to eat it. You can. I wouldn't recommend it. I've never done it, but yeah, anything that's coming out of a metallic tube, and fish already is it's delicate enough as a food with regards to like smell. You know, if it's fresh, you know you're good to go. But old fish, like warm hot fish, I don't know, like old hot warm fish, old hot tube paste fish paste. You don't want that. So, but I remember this kid rolling up one day, and he literally rolled up. He was in a wheelchair, and he busts out this toothpaste cheese, and throws it onto some bullshit cracker, and like you'd take it, you'd like start the cheese in the center as like a dot, and then you'd swirl. You go until the whole cracker was filled with this cheese, and it would look like a piece of art. Like if you let it harden, I don't know, you could hang that shit up. You could attach some strings to it and make it like, I don't know, like it could be some sort of whiz cheese dream catcher. And yeah, I don't know. But it was, I was like, that's cool. It looks really good. You know, at the time I had no understanding of eating healthy when you're a child. And so I was all about the toothpaste cheese. And yeah, first off, why is it, I don't know. No, let's keep going. And so I asked my mom, I was like, hey mom, I want the toothpaste cheese and the crackers. And, you know, I want to have that for lunch, which I think back now, it makes me vomit in my mouth. The idea that was a lunch. And then my mother allowed me to have that. Was she trying to stunt my growth? Self-sabotaging my own development? I probably lost a few brain cells with every little cracker and piece of cheese I ate. But I remember I rolled up one day. I wasn't in a wheelchair. I just rolled up, you know, on my feet. And sat down at the lunch table. He was like sitting a ways away from me. And, you know, he did the whole, you know, cracker cheese thing. whipped it out, and I was like, oh yeah, I was like, bitch, watch this. And then I whipped it out, and this was not like a competition. This was in my mind. I was just excited to have the same foods that he had, because he would like share it with people. It was like street cred for elementary students craving fake cheese. And so I wanted to be able to, kind of have, it was kind of cool. It was cool. It was kind of like if you had shitty, like food that wasn't great for you, like this, but yummy. It was kind of cool. Like, oh shit, like your mom packed you like the I don't know, Gushers, the gooey little red things filled with liquid death, liquid heart attack. You give that to a fat old person, they will die. It's just because of the robustness of a child's body that we're able to make it through. Just thinking of just some 85-year-old eats like a bag of Gushers, immediately drops. It's the only reason we're able to survive it is because of the youthful body. But it's kind of like street cred, especially if you share. Like, it's like, oh shit, this guy's sharing. Like, fuck yeah, let's hang out with him. And so I wanted to be able to do that. I whipped out my fake cheese and my crackers. And I started doing this fucking shit, bro. Like, here, Alex, have some. Oh, Ed, here you go, it's mine. It's on me, bro, on me. And I kind of like looked on over at my acquaintance friend over there, kind of expecting like approval from him. Like, I almost wanted to be like, hey dude, like, look at us. And he fucking was like, you're a copycat. And he's like, oh, that was the response I got. He was like, you're a copycat. And that is not what my elementary school brain wanted to hear, nor did my ears desire to hear that bullshit. Copycat. I'm an original motherfucker. No, it was just, it was disheartening, and it wasn't the expected response that I was anticipating. I was anticipating some sort of camaraderie, some sort of like mutual exchange of affection for one another, some type of pride. And, some type of unity. Like, look at us with our cans of cheese. And our air-compressed cans of cheese. And, but I did not get that. I did not get that. And he just said I was a copycat. And he kind of like, I don't know if he made fun of me for it, but I just remember, left me with a bad feeling. Didn't make me feel good. You hear that? So I'm just in my throat. It did not make me feel good. Made me kind of resent him. Made me kind of angry. And from that day forward, I don't think I ever showed up with a can of air-compressed fake cheese. I don't even think I brought crackers at all. I just started eating like the hot lunch. Just started eating hot lunch. Which was almost illegal. The food that we ate. Like it would be, I don't know, truly, let's ask these questions. Truly. I remember, because pizza was a common thing, right? I don't know about you when you went to school, but pizza was the shit for us. And middle school pizza was fucking awesome. Really good pizza. High school pizza was okay. But elementary school pizza was like a slab of one thick piece of cheese, some, again, lunchable sauce underneath, and like a cardboard piece of dough. And you could literally just grab a corner of the rectangular pizza that they cut with scissors. Listen, if you're cutting pizza with scissors, if you're any food that's being cut with scissors, you should reconsider everything you've ever done up to that point in your life if you're eating scissor cut pizza. Scissor cut pizza. So it's what? You know, it's not great, the elementary school lunch. So I just kind of started eating hot lunch, and you could pick up this pizza. You could grab a piece of the cheese in the rectangular scissor cut pizza, and you could just pick up the whole thing, and it would just come off. It was like one big melted piece of shit. You know, a piece of like white, yellowy poo with some barely any sauce on this like floppy, flaccid dough. Floppy, flaccid dough. And it just wasn't great. Now, granted, I'm grateful. I've never, ever gone a day without food in my life, and genuinely, I'm grateful for that, obviously. And we all should be. We all should be. But I think we could do better with what we feed our children. I watched my mom the other day, give a popsicle to my niece, and then it melted in a bowl, and then my niece just drank liquid popsicle. My mom's like, "You want some?" She's like, "Yeah. Of course it's liquid sugar. Liquid sugar drinking out of a bowl, like an animal." I just thought it was funny. But yeah, dude, hot lunch was the worst in elementary school. I remember too, I started, although it did do me some good, obviously satiating my stomach. But when I was really little, I got sick one night. I got the stomach flu after eating spaghetti. Just coincidentally, it wasn't because of the spaghetti. And I stopped eating spaghetti for years. And but for some reason in elementary school, I was like, you know what? The spaghetti kind of looks good. Doesn't look too bad. They're not cutting those noodles with scissors. Huh? That's not coming out of a compressed can. I'll try those probably fake noodles. And, took some, already covered in the red sauce, maybe a meatball here and there. Started eating spaghetti, and I rediscovered my love for Italy. For the Italian cuisine known as spaghetti. It was revivifying. Is that a word? And it was it was good, man. It was real good. It brought me hope. It brought me hope with what was to come down the line in middle school, food-wise. And like I said, I knew that middle school pizza was coming. That middle school pizza was gonna be coming. And life was good. I had a lot to look forward to then. Act like nothing to look forward to now. I'm lactose intolerant. Yeah, I ate dairy for years when I shouldn't have been. I missed like most of third grade because my stomach was bothering me. And we didn't know what was going on. We had no clue. We thought I was just some mess of a child. Some mistake. I was the only planned child, by the way. My two sisters, they were just the precursors to me. And but yeah, I missed most of third grade because I couldn't eat milk, and I was eating a lot of milk. Eating milk? Chewing milk. I like to eat curdled milk. Just to see what's up. No, I knew that middle school pizza was coming, though. It was real good. It was so much better. It was like real sauce, thicker. The cheese, you couldn't just pick up. Well, maybe you could take off the top layer. But it was infinitely better than the top layer of the elementary school cheese. And the pepperoni was good. And it was sliced, I think, with a roller. No scissors. Nay to the scissors. And it was in triangles. Not some massive rectangular piece of pizza. And I remember one time I hit the middle school lottery. You want to be a cool kid? Dude, I'm telling you. You want to be cool in like middle school, elementary school, maybe high school. You just got to have some rockin' lunches. Some cool lunches. And this day I lucked out because the one of the ladies in the kitchen, she... And it was a woman. I'm not just saying that because I'm sexist. I'm not. Settle down, you hypersensitive crazy person. No, the woman back there who was taking care of the pizza, she must have gotten distracted or something. She must have been thinking about other things, anything to make it through the date. Maybe she was having a bad date. Maybe she was having a good date. Maybe she was excited about other things. I don't know this woman's story. But all I know is that when cutting the pie, she missed a part. And there was about a quarter, and I mean 25%, 1/4, 25 pennies worth of $1 worth of pie, pizza pie, that was uncut. A solidified entire whole piece. A whole piece. And this whole piece essentially took up my entire tray. Like, it was huge. It was massive. Because the pizzas were big, too, because they're feeding all these kids. And so it was a huge piece. It could have been like 3 or 4 pieces. And but it wasn't cut. And I looked at it. And you're allowed to take 1 piece of pizza. And if you took more than 1, you got charged extra. And I grabbed just the 1 piece, and I was like, oh, fuck yeah. Grabbed it, put it on, grabbed maybe a few other things, but I was pumped about having this massive slice of pizza. And I remember I walked on over. How did we do that when we had to check out? Did we scan a card or something like that? I think they just looked at the lunch. I don't remember. Did I push a button? I don't know. Did they fondle me? I can't remember. But I just remember the woman who checked out my lunch. She looked at my pizza and she was like, fuck? You know, what? She was shocked. She was shocked. But I knew that I was allowed to take 1 piece of pizza. And this was, in fact, 1 piece of pizza. It was significant and it was massive, but it was 1 piece of pizza. And they can't blame me for their own errors. And so she was like, that's a big piece. I'm going to have to charge you extra. And I was like, bitch, this is 1 piece. And I picked it up and just started flopping it in front of her. And she was like, oh, that is 1 piece. You got me. And not another word was spoken. I went and sat down and I ate all of that pizza. And it was fantastic. And I shit myself for 3 days after. And it was well worth it. No, I don't think I shit myself for 3 days. But it was cool, man. It was cool. And then I remember too, when you get to high school, you have the opportunity to participate in capitalism a bit more. You get to buy your own shit at the a la carte. And they're, I don't even remember. I don't know if they're selling apples or bananas. Maybe a zucchini here and there. Couldn't tell you. Can't recollect. All I do recollect is that they sold these big, gooey, hot, steaming chocolate chip cookies about the size of 8 of my faces. Swiss rolls that were huge. Like when I go to like the grocery store and if I see some Swiss rolls, they're like yay big. Like the ones at the school were like uber Swiss rolls. They were huge, thick, long, filled with white cream. No, they were large. They were large, and I think they were $1, something like that. But come high school, we were able to start buying our own stuff, and not only that, but we were also able to leave, which I told myself that I would always go off and buy lunch. Now that I didn't have to participate in eating the school lunch. And I remember this kid being like, this older guy, he's like, you're not going to do that. Like, yeah, you'll have the chance to do that, but lunch is too short, and you're not going to want to spend all your own money. And he's like, you won't do it. And he was right. I didn't do it. He was absolutely right. Maybe one time I did it. That was cool, though, when you could start leaving for lunch, when you had some more independence in high school. You could go off somewhere, grab your own lunch, get some Subway, go to Burger King, get some other bullshit food. It's terrible for you. It's amazing our bodies survive at all with the amount of things that we do to them. From the food to the lack of exercise to just doing dangerous things. It's amazing. It's amazing. But anyway, I started buying some of those Swiss rolls, and they were fantastic. They were. I was getting them quite a bit. I racked up a nice little bill. And my privileged self was taken care of by my parents. They took care of that shit. So, no harm, no foul. But it's funny that they didn't really sell like healthy foods. I'm such a different person than I was in high school, as we all are. Hopefully, if you're the same, something's wrong. Something's wrong. These are the best days of your lives, guys. Soak them up, enjoy them. Best days of your lives. You'd shuffle around from room to room, full of hormones, not knowing how to talk to anybody, acne all over your face, confused, stressed, ridden with anxiety, depressed, cynical. All the different and from one moment to the next, different feelings rising and falling with the tides. From one moment to the next. That's what high school is. I mean, it's such a chaotic time in our lives. It really is. And high school for me was easy. It was easy. It was fine. I liked it. I was liked. I had like one real close friend, but I was generally liked by people. There was only like a couple people I didn't care for, who maybe didn't care for me. And, grades were pretty easy. And, so it was fine. It was fine. But best time of my life? Negative. I mean, I think people associate, it's the best time of your life with, an abdication of responsibility. Like, I think they're saying it's it's an allotted time in your life that's been cut out from society, that's been cut out due to our society, specifically for you to educate yourself for these, 4 years in high school. And other than that, you have very little responsibility. You don't have a kid. Maybe some people start making babies in high school. Some people start real young. That would be nuts. I can't imagine getting somebody, becoming a father in high school, like freshman year. Oh my God, that would be insane. I can only imagine what that would be like. I think I'd step up to the plate, fucking swing a home run, try my best, absolutely. But dude, it'd be scary. Definitely wouldn't be able to do it really alone, You can't really raise kids alone, single mom or a single dad. Even like together, it's like, if you're going to have lives, you need people to watch your kids, you need babysitters, you need a community of people to raise one child. So, I can't imagine. So most people don't have kids. Most. Except the whores. No, not the whores. Just kidding. That's a joke. Some people just get pregnant. It's a chaotic time. And our sex education isn't the greatest in America, I don't think. It's probably not. It could probably use some improvement, I remember hearing about genital lice? Something like that. You hear about some like STDs. That's pretty much it. That's all I remember. I just remember hearing about STDs. And, use a condom, be smart, be safe. That's pretty much it. Then you go on your way. It's like, that's it. That's it. But also at the time, it's like, I don't know. It's hard to take in all that information and, like, really take it to heart when you're so young, Excuse me. Just burp right in the mic. Yeah, so when people say, it's the best time in their lives, I feel bad for those people. I don't feel... I do. I feel for them. Because that means since from the age of 15 to 18, or 19, or 14 to 18, that after that, and prior and after that period in your life, it's not as good before, and it just goes downhill from there. It just gets harder as you get older. Everything gets more... You get burdened down with responsibility, bills, mortgages, taxes, families. It's like, I think that's the point, bro. It's like you take on more responsibility, and then to use, not my own words, and then that lends life its sustaining meaning. That's where we get it wrong. Responsibility provides meaning. That's definitely, probably the case. Seems to be. Though it's a weight. It's a weight to carry. And that's good. We need to carry weights. So when people say, these are the best times, these are the best days of your lives, I mean, it's fun. It's definitely a time of little responsibility apart from making your grades, maybe doing some sports if you're in that, doing your band practice, forging your practice sheets. Used to do that all the time. It was a requirement to practice for 60 minutes every week. I don't think I did that one single time during my entire high school career. Entire high school, from freshman year to senior year, I don't think I ever practiced for an hour throughout the week, which is like, 5 days, of school, 60 divided by 5. Oh, fuck me. 15, 30, 45, 60. If I did literally 15 minutes a day, which is crazy because that sounds like nothing. Like, knowing what I know now, 15 minutes is zero time. If I just did 15 minutes a day, I would have, and then I could add somebody sign, because we had to have our parents sign the sheets saying that we were practicing at home. But just every single Friday, literally, a minute before we had to hand in our practice sheets, I would just forge my father's signature. SAO, here you go, 60 minutes. And it's like, he knew. The Mr. Shirk knew. The band teacher knew. He knew everybody. Most people weren't practicing. Most people. And you could tell because we sucked. No, we didn't suck. We could have been better, absolutely. But again, we're in high school. We're undisciplined. We're distracted. We're horny. So it's a lot. It's a lot when you're doing that. But I don't think I ever even, I don't know if I even ever took I practiced a little bit. But I would always just leave my tenor sax, in the allotted tenor sax slot. It would not leave. And so it's pretty obvious when the sax doesn't leave for 4 years that you're not practicing and that you are, in fact, forging your signature, your parent's signature. I remember, too, somebody was collecting them. It would literally be last second. I'd be like, oh shit, it's Friday. And they'd be like, Trevor, where's your practice sheet? And I'd be like, it's right here. Let me go grab it. And I go grab it and just find some half-ass broken pen on the floor. It's like leaking ink. The whole solid back part is missing. You can see the little stem with the ink. Use that to forge my 60 minutes. SAO, here you go. Come around. They're like waiting around the corner, like knowing I'm doing it because they're doing it too. Undisciplined Trevor. Pathetic. No, that's part of it. We figure shit out as we go. You can't be forging shit. Sure you can. But the only person who's going to pay for it will be me. But yeah, man. High school is fun. Would I go back? No. I'm looking forward to would it be cool to maybe go back and perhaps experience it with the perspective that I have now? Yes. An appreciation for education, curiosity, more confidence, competence, charisma, a little more muscle development. That'd be neat. I was a scrawny little bastard. Still think I am. But, yeah, good times in high school. Good times. All right, friends, just like that, as always. The show flies by. I gotta shit myself incredibly, terribly, ever since I started talking about pizza. Thanks so much, as always, for supporting the show. It's an honor, truly. Appreciate it. Thank you. Let's see. Let's name some names off the top of my head. We got, we got Sandra, Jean, Ralph. Shit, I can't just name a few names. All right, damn it. Hold on. I'm gonna name you. Relax. Settle down. All right, here we go. Awesome. Let's give a little thank you. New album coming out January 14th, you guys. January 14th. These are my memories. Excited for you to hear it. Thank you. Bev, Janice, Adrian, Brenda, Ralph, Joe, Eric, Jean, Sandra, Tom. I appreciate all of you guys for supporting the show. Spread it around to your friends. If not, who gives a fuck? Thanks so much. Keep doing your thing. New album, January 14th. These Are My Memories. You can pre-order it. You can pre-save it on Spotify. It's in the links on my Instagram, in my bio, my Facebook bio. It's all over. You can pre-order it. You can pre-save it. If you're interested in supporting it the most, be sure to pre-order it on iTunes. And thanks so much as always. Hope you enjoyed the show. I know I did. Keep doing your thing, and we'll see you Wednesday.